Okay, just saw a thing that said Putin survived an assassination attempt a couple of months ago. Not public knowledge, but says yes, it really happened. So I'm going to do some cards and let's look at assassination attempts on Putin. Are they planning? Is somebody planning another assassination attempt? I wouldn't be surprised. But let's look and see what the cards have to say. Okay. In the past, we've got justice. And I usually don't do upside down cards, so it could be read either way. So this is either the past justice or the lack thereof. Maybe people are getting fed up with this stuff he's doing, this war in Ukraine, the embargoes, the things, the false news, all of that stuff happening now. Present is looking forward. Where are we putting this action? Could be somebody that's thinking about it, okay? What's the next step? They've got the idea, and now they're looking at perhaps implementing it. The challenge is this walking away. The challenge is it could also be going forward with that. Emotional distancing of things that's happening. Let's see what we have. The foundation is this is my card for keeping a lid on things. It was some people's card for COVID. It could be the card of compassion, but I see it as a card of trying to keep the lid on things. Stuff there that's under the surface, kind of like Pandora's box. This is supposed to be the card of compassion, the Lady of Compassion, but that is not a happy face when I look at that card. I cannot get compassion out of that card, no matter how hard I look at it, and not in this deck, because she just looks like frustrated. This frustration and trying to keep the lid on things, emotional frustration, and the challenge is people have been trying to walk away and emotionally distance themselves with what's going on. Above it, we have looking at the path they're deciding to take. Walking off the cliff, what are we going to do? Where are we going? This is kind of a card of the beginning and the end, alpha, omega, beginning, endings, and the path you've chosen to take. So let's look between justice and trying to keep a lid on things. We have the Chariot, wanting to move things forward for justice. Okay, so again, maybe they're looking at this, seeing some injustice. They're trying to keep a lid on it. On the other side, emotionally distancing. This is the card of the happy family, trying to keep things together. So it could be looking at things, what's going on in Russia itself with the people. Looking at what's happening with families and stuff due to what he's doing in Ukraine and the financial situations and all of that. So above it, between justice and the path forward, we have it's not looking good. Looking at, the swords in the back. Could be the assassination attempt, thinking about it, looking at perhaps justified, moving it forward. We got underneath of that the Chariot. The other side of it, we have justice. And the plans, looking at the plans to perhaps carry this out. Now on the other side of it, when it comes to, again, the families and emotional distancing, we have people out in the cold. And this has to do, again, with the embargoes, the problems with it, the loss of income, and looking at the path forward. So it looks like there are those that could be seriously plotting for his demise. Let's see what we have underneath of it. Underneath of it, there are some that are looking, sharing knowledge, talking about things. We have Mother Russia. Oh, inevitable time, and yeah, putting an end to this, okay? Of concern is what's taking place rapidly, the hidden things, things to be looked at that are mounting up. We have new information coming out, and the exchange wanting to get to easier water. We have perhaps the spy in the camp and a tower moment. It looks like behind the scenes there is struggle in fighting with the powers that be, okay? So it looks like there could be those. It could be one person. It could be a few people plotting for his demise in one way or another, okay? Plotting to take him out. So we'll have to see what happens with this, with Putin. Will he be taken out one way or another? But according to the cards, looking at it, it looks like there are those, exchanging this information. We got the Cups wondering if he could give him a, perhaps, whether it be poison or whether it be some sort of a medical thing gone wrong. We'll have to look and see. But it looks like they're sharing information, looking at what's going on in Russia in general with the people, the false information and all the other stuff that's coming out. It's building up. And so there are those that look like behind the scenes are looking at perhaps his demise. So I'm going to leave this here. We'll have to watch and see if the cards are right or wrong. Thanks for tuning in. Love and light, and we'll see you online.